y'all, a couple of weeks ago we shared our big news. We're moving aboard Sea Y'all full time, and we're getting ready to do a lot of upgrades and repairs to prepare the boat for full-time live aboard life.
We've already accomplished quite a bit, so stay tuned to see what we've got done so far.
Hey y'all, welcome to the Sea Y'all Life. I'm Andrea, this is Tom, and we have 2 pups. We're a couple of Texas transplants living the empty nest life to the fullest. For us, that's living part-time on our 44-foot DeFever trawler in San Diego. Our hope is that as you join us on our dreams and adventures, we'll inspire you to discover your own.
Tom has been really busy wrapping things up in his old position and preparing for his new job, so we're relying heavily upon contractors to get everything done before the end of February.
I wish I could do a lot of it myself, but with my current hours it's tough to do, but we still have a lot to do, but we wanted to share our current progress.
First off, we had all the storage areas of the boat completely cleaned and detailed. We took everything out of the ones that had anything in them. Some of them we weren't really using because they just seemed dirty, and now they're sparkling clean and ready to hold lots of stuff.
We have a new mechanic, Nick, and he got right on the aft drain sink hose that was leaking.
He also fixed our leaking faucet in the aft cabin, and he replaced the circuit board on the washer dryer. And guess what? It works now. But when I did my first load, I quickly was reminded that before the circuit board broke, the drying function wasn't working. So I hung all the towels to dry, and now this week we're going to troubleshoot the dryer part of the washer dryer combo.
Carmelo and his team is working hard on the exterior, waxing the entire boat and making it shine.
This is Carmelo. I've introduced him to you before. He has cornered the market on washing and waxing boats here at the Marriott Marina, and this week Carmelo and his team are waxing Sea Y'all. And Carmelo, tell us your way of doing it. I know you are much more thorough than the last person we used, so I want to just share what is the process you use to get the job done right.
Okay, the first step for the wax job, we put 3 different coats of wax. The first coat is rubbing compounds for remove all oxidation on the fiberglass on the boat. And after that, after remove the oxidation, we put the polish. And the polish is for protect and for remove the zeros and all the mark on the fiberglass. And the third coat is wax. The wax is for protection and for shining the fiberglass. This process is take me I think 5 or 6 days to do it, and the boat's gonna be shiny for 9 months, 10 months. I think for a year.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's gonna be very, very shiny. After that, we polish the tail ends and we complete all the boat, all the fiberglass complete detail. So it's gonna be a big job.
Yes. And how often do you recommend people have this done to their boat?
Normally it's 10 months. Every 10 months, and the boat main is on the first level, shiny. And every 10 months or once a year, it's fine.
Okay.
A wax job like this takes about 7 days to complete. It's kind of expensive, but it's important to maintain the condition of the boat. When you wax a boat of this size, it's a 3-step process, and it takes a long time. It takes a lot of manpower, but well worth it. And it probably should be done once a year. You can maybe stretch it to once every 2 years if you get a really good wax job.
Yeah, I think it's been about almost 2.5 years since we've had it done, so it's time. Joe from the channel Crown City Trawlers is starting to work on our wood for us. So he's starting with the floors, and then he's gradually going to make his way around some of the other wood maintenance issues that we have. This is Joe, a fellow trawler owner, and we were so impressed with the woodwork he did on his own boat, particularly on his salon floors, that we asked Joe to come on over and shine ours up. So Joe, tell us the process that you're going to do to make our floors look as shiny as yours.
Yeah, so these old teak soles, the parquet in particular, look really great, I think, with a high gloss varnish. There's a lot of debate about which one, high gloss versus satin finish, but I think the high gloss looks the best and is still safe to walk on for those who disagree. So yeah, the process is pretty simple. Begin by a light sanding, and then obviously clean up all the sawdust and use denatured alcohol to get all the oils and dirt and grime that have accumulated over the last however long for the floors. And then I think we'll start with 2 coats of Captain's 1015 varnish and see how that looks. And if it needs another one, we'll go ahead with 3, but I think 2 coats should do a pretty good job for this inside job.
And if you decide, since I won't be here, if you decide that it would look better with 3 coats, it's like a no-brainer, then I authorize you to come back another day and do that, okay?
Okay, 2 to 3 coats if necessary, you got it.
Okay, you guys, you can find Joe on Instagram or YouTube at Crown City Trawlers. Thanks, Joe.
Thanks.
Spent a significant amount of time in the last couple of weeks researching fabrics because we're recovering a lot of different, just like this outdoor furniture and so forth. And I found a really amazing outlet here in San Diego called UFO. It's in National City. And I went there looking for, it is called UFO. I forget what that stands for, but.
Unidentified flying object is what it stands for.
I went there looking for the Aruba, sort of a turquoise umbrella fabric, but while I was there, I found something totally amazing I couldn't pass up, but we'll show you that later. In addition to recovering the outdoor furniture that we already have, we ordered new kitchen chairs and some new aft deck chairs, and I'm having cushions made for those.
We've met with a company to redo all of our isinglass. So we're gonna have to do it in sections. We're gonna start with the aft deck, then work our way up to the fly bridge. But it's a pretty big project. It's a really big.
Super expensive.
It's very expensive.
Hard on the pocketbook.
Big project, and but currently on the aft deck we don't have any way to open it without sliding it, and it's just we want to have that open when it's the summertime, because right now we take it all down in the summer and store it, and that's part of the problem.
Guess what I learned? When you take it all down and store it, the reason why we have a hard time zipping it all up when we put it back on is that it shrinks when it's not being zipped up.
It is shrunk.
When it's not zipped up, it is not being stretched to its original size, and it shrinks, and that's why we have a problem zipping it all up now.
It's shrunk.
But the reason we take it all off is because there's no openings.
And it's shrunk, and it's creased the isinglass a little bit. I'm looking at it right now, you can't even get the snaps back in place because it's shrunk so much.
It's brutal.
Big project, but it'll look so good when it's done.
It will.
It'll change the appearance.
Our new mechanic, Nick, came back this week to do the job we've been waiting for. He's added the new holding tank. Now, we never were able to learn from our previous mechanic if he ordered or received the custom-sized brand new holding tank that we thought we were getting. But Nick looked at the whole thing and said that really, because our old holding tank is fiberglass and it's literally part of the boat's structure, that he did not recommend trying to get that thing out of there. So we're adding a new additional tank that will connect to the old tank. So the bottom line is we will have a larger holding tank. As you all know, we mentioned that a lot. It's something we needed. Another thing that Nick recommended was that we not get the vacuum flush toilets that we had wanted. He pointed out to us that when he gets calls for toilet issues and repairs, it's almost always vacuum flushed, and that in addition, we will be spending about $3,000 per toilet. There's a system involved in it, and it would have been like a $6,000 deal. One of our toilets is a newer-ish toilet, and one of them's really old. We're just going to replace the old one and be done with it, and I think we're going to be happy with the result.
Yeah, the holding tank has been the biggest concern for Andrea. She stresses out about it a lot.
Yes, they're aware of that.
I know. The only thing she stresses more about is maybe thermonuclear war, or is TJ Maxx going to close someday?
Or how about there might be a tsunami?
Or
here
tsunami.
on JDAC.
Yeah, those are her top 3 concerns.
I've spent a lot of time cleaning out closets and drawers and just getting rid of anything we don't need. And since we're changing a lot of our boat decor, this week I ended up donating a lot of our pillows. Y'all know I like pillows. But we're done with the whole blue, white stripe deal. All right, so I got rid of pillows, rugs, blankets, towels, decor, and more. And our housekeeper came and we filled up 4 dock carts, filled to the brim, into her pickup truck. It was a win-win.
I'm sorry, but people are gonna laugh that we have a housekeeper on a boat. That's my wife.
It's only every now and then. It's only every now and then. This is a big boat. Every now and then, like every few months, I have a housekeeper come and get this boat in really good shape.
We're supposed to be minimalists over here, and you talk about our housekeeper on a boat.
What can I say? Hey, like I said, it was a win-win. She got a pickup truck full of stuff, and we unloaded everything we didn't need to make room for the new. I know, I do sound spoiled. So by the way, I mentioned the tsunami a few minutes ago. Let me just go back to why I even said that. A couple of weeks ago, on a Saturday morning, when my husband was back in the desert, I woke up at 7 a.m. to a blaring iPhone. You know that horrible noise when it's giving you an alert. And I thought maybe it was an Amber Alert. But no, it wasn't an Amber Alert. It said, tsunami warning for San Diego. Flee marinas and the coast, beaches. It's going to arrive in 45 minutes.
I don't know if it said flee, but it said avoid.
It didn't say flee.
It said avoid.
Avoid. And I was in a dead sleep. I was in the middle of a dream. And basically, in 45 minutes, I'm picturing some giant wave washing us away here. And I now understand that's not exactly how it would have happened. It would have had to go through Coronado Island first to get over here. And it wouldn't have been a gigantic tidal wave. But I just want to mention that. It was probably one of the top 3 scariest moments of my life.
And in all seriousness, our hearts go out to the people of Tonga and what they're going through. And I know there's aid where you can help them. The folks, they're still struggling. So we don't want to make light of it, but
definitely not.
It definitely was something that happened a half a world away, and it's amazing how it can affect, Hawaii, the coast of California, Mexico, all the way up the United States to British Columbia.
Pretty crazy.
And for that to go off and not really know what to do, it's why
we've never heard of such a thing here on the west coast of the United States.
You need to be prepared, for sure. I mean, normally in California it's earthquakes that we prepare for, or if you can, do the best you can. But yeah, that was pretty scary. Andrew called me, I think I was in dead sleep too, and I said, I was trying to process the whole thing, and then I looked, and saw, where it was, and trying to wrap my brain around, really? There would be a tsunami coming, all the way from French Polynesia, and, but then it was real. Obviously I, researched a little bit further, and I'm thinking it would just be better for her to get off the boat, get out of the marina.
It was raining. Rosie and I grabbed an umbrella and went at 7:45 because this was supposed to happen at 7:50, and we just stood up on the shore and just watched, and literally nothing happened. Although friends of ours in other spots in San Diego closer to the ocean definitely saw a lot of currents. They actually saw something happen. We didn't see a thing happen.
Yeah, and Santa Clara got hit, but again, our hearts go out to the folks of Tonga, and we hope and pray that they recover quickly with all of the damage from over there. Yep.
Well, that is it for all the progress and the updates. There's still a lot more to do, but we're going to continue to show you what we're up to, and then when it's all done, we're going to do a whole new tour of See Y'all 1 year later. We can't wait to do that. See y'all soon.